You know that sudden moment when everything goes wrong. Your carefully planned day collapses in seconds. Someone starts screaming in panic. Nobody knows what to do next. And while everyone else is losing control, your mind goes strangely quiet. You still feel the heavy shock. You still feel the spike of fear. Yet your thoughts become crystal clear, like a bright light in a dark room. What can still be saved right now? What actually matters in this moment? While others are frozen in shock, you are already searching for real solutions. This does not mean you are fearless or emotionally cold. It simply means your brain handles uncertainty differently, turning chaos into intense focus. If you want to uncover how your mind operates under extreme pressure, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, joining thousands of curious minds on this mission into human psychology. There are 7 subtle signs that prove your mind is unusually good at navigating chaos. And the final sign is something other people notice about you before you ever see it yourself. The first sign appears in the very first second of a threat. When a sudden emergency strikes at work or on the road, most people instantly react without thinking. Their heart rate explodes, and terror floods their bloodstream. They shout out loud or freeze on the spot, or run around in circles. If your brain is wired for chaos, something remarkable happens deep inside your nervous system. You feel the sharp spike of adrenaline, but you do not obey it immediately. Psychologists call this skill emotional regulation, and it acts like a tactical shield for your mind. It creates a tiny pause between the sudden threat and your actual response. In that split second, your brain separates your internal feelings from your active choices. You acknowledge the danger clearly, without allowing fear to grab the steering wheel. Instead of panicking or asking who caused the mess, you immediately ask how to fix it right now. You do not suppress your feelings or pretend you are invincible. You simply allow your logical mind to run alongside your fear, keeping you completely grounded. That small gap between feeling and action changes everything that happens next. The second sign shows up when your primary plans suddenly vanish into thin air. Imagine standing at a crowded airport terminal only to learn your flight is canceled and your luggage is completely lost. Or waking up to a severe water leak in your house, right before an important job interview. Most people fall apart because their minds remain trapped in what was supposed to happen. They waste critical minutes arguing with reality, wishing the problem would magically disappear on its own. Your brain operates on a completely different frequency. The moment a strategy fails, you toss it away without a single second of regret. You do not mourn the broken plan, and you do not waste energy complaining about bad luck. This powerful capacity is known as cognitive flexibility, the ability to rewrite your mental reality instantly. When option A collapses, your mind immediately builds option B and option C. You accept the uncomfortable present exactly as it exists right now. While everyone around you is fighting the past, you are already adapting to the future. This rapid shift saves your mental battery precisely when you need it most. The third sign reveals itself when you must move forward without all the answers. Human biology craves absolute certainty, like water in a burning desert. We prefer clear roadmaps, guaranteed safety, and perfect information before making major decisions. Chaos destroys certainty, leaving you completely blind in the thick fog of the unknown. When key details are missing, most brains freeze up entirely from extreme anxiety. They refuse to act at all until every single piece of data is placed in front of them. If you thrive during chaotic moments, you possess remarkably high uncertainty tolerance. You feel comfortable making reasonable choices, even with only 20% of the full story. You understand a simple move right now beats a perfect move when it is already too late. Missing facts do not paralyze your choices, they simply force you to move with sharper attention. You step directly into the dark room and learn the shape of the space as you walk forward. The fourth sign is found in how your senses handle overwhelming noise. During an alarming crisis, the surrounding world becomes dangerously loud and crowded. Sirens echo through the air, people scream frantically, and bright warning lights flash continuously. An average mind becomes crushed by this sensory wave and loses all sense of orientation. Your brain activates a powerful internal filter. It lowers the volume on useless panic and magnifies essential survival details. You spot the small exit sign in a crowded room, while others freeze in confusion. You hear the subtle change in someone's voice, That reveals they need immediate assistance. You notice the small fire extinguisher in the corner, or the one quiet path out of the crowd. Scientists call this heightened situational awareness under high-stress conditions. Your nervous system sorts through the chaotic environment, separating useless noise from true signals. You do not see an impossible storm, you see specific tools waiting to be used. This laser focus turns overwhelming confusion into a simple, readable path forward. The fifth sign involves where you direct your limited attention during a disaster. Whenever unexpected trouble arrives, the situation splits into two distinct categories. There are things you cannot alter, and small things you can still influence. When trouble hits, most people pour their energy into the unchangeable details. They curse the heavy rain, yell at the broken car engine, or complain endlessly about bad news on the screen. Your mind instantly rejects wasted effort. You refuse to spend a single thought on things already out of your hands. Instead, your attention locks onto the small variables you can actually change right now. Can we gather useful supplies? Can we contact help? Can we secure the immediate area? By pouring every ounce of focus into actionable steps, you build immediate momentum. You break down massive terror into a clear list of manageable tasks. One deliberate step at a time, you restore order to the chaotic world around you. The sixth sign centers on how fast your body resets its biological alarm system. When a sudden threat appears, everyone experiences a massive physiological shock wave. Your heart pumps wildly, your breathing becomes fast, and stress hormones flood your body. This physical reaction is entirely natural, designed to protect human life from danger. For many individuals, that intense alarm state stays active for long hours or days after the event. They remain stuck in high-alert panic, shaking long after the original threat has ended. If your mind is adapted for chaos, your internal recovery system moves remarkably fast. You absorb the initial shock wave, and your nervous system begins settling down mid-storm. Your pulse slows down, your breathing drops, and your logical brain stays completely online. This resilience allows you to remain clear-headed during long periods of severe instability. You bounce back quickly, even while the storm continues to rage all around you. The seventh sign is often silent until someone else points it out to you. When everything goes wrong simultaneously, people naturally look around for an anchor. They scan the room for someone whose body language is quiet and whose eyes remain steady. Without even realizing it, they move toward your presence, like ships finding a safe harbor in a storm. They begin asking you what to do next, even if you are not the official leader in the room. Your inner composure becomes highly contagious, calming the nervous systems of people around you. You might still feel the cold weight of stress inside, yet you radiate safety to others. This happens because human nervous systems quietly mirror one another in moments of fear. Your regulated body signals to everyone else that survival is entirely possible. Others lean on your calm strength long before you recognize that strength in yourself. Handling chaos effectively is not about being cold or emotionless. It is about flexible thinking, quick physical recovery, and knowing where to look when certainty fades. It is a flexible set of skills built through every hard moment you have ever overcome. The next time your plans fall apart, pay close attention to your immediate instincts. If you find yourself taking a deep breath, scanning for resources, and choosing the next small step, remember this crucial truth. You were not destroyed by the chaos, your mind was built to master it.